Greetings one and all, welcome back to my kitchen here today, where I am going to be attempting to make a good version of a McRib burger. So I see recently the world famous it's easy for you to say, McRib burger has reappeared on the menus of that chain restaurants. I'm just going to make a better home version of one, or attempt to. So the first thing I've got here is a bit of a spice rub. I've got a beautiful rack of pork ribs here. And what I'm going to do is rub it in with these spices and yeah, just marinate it in those overnight, wrapped up in this foil here. So what I've got in here, I should show you, is I've just got a teaspoon of paprika. You can use smoked paprika if you want to get a bit of extra smoky flavour. I'm going to be adding a little bit of liquid smoke later on to my liquid sauce, so that's why I'm not adding it now, but yeah, no reason why you can't if you want to. I've got a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, I've got half a teaspoon of ginger powder, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, I've got 1 teaspoon of mustard powder, and I've got 3 sort of reasonably heaped teaspoons of brown sugar, and that's it. Oh, and yeah, about half a teaspoon of salt, just some sea salt. So let's get on with it. We'll sprinkle that over. Don't worry if it goes all over the foil, because we're going to be wrapping it up anyway. So I'll get about half that on this side. And clean hands, obviously. We'll just rub that in all over, up along the edges as well. Flip her over. Now on the back here, there's sometimes a bit of a membrane. I'm not even sure. Yeah, I think that has got a little bit of a one. Now usually we'd remove that, but for this recipe, because I'm going to be taking the, trying to slip these bones out but keep the whole thing intact, I'm actually going to leave that here to aid that process, so it's a little bit different. So get some more on. Alright, I'll just wrap this up, I'll get it in the fridge, and I will get back to you tomorrow. Okay, so I've just got my ribs there out of the fridge. They've been marinating there overnight in that spice rub, wrapped up. Now I've just got the oven preheating to 150 degrees Celsius, so yeah, it's going to be a low and slow cook. So I'm thinking, yeah, I'll check it in about 3 hours, possibly, but it'll probably be closer to 4 hours, and that'll be wrapped back up in the foil. I've just basically unwrapped it to show it to you, but yeah, I'll wrap it back up and get it in there, and I'll see you in a few hours. Alrighty guys, so I've just pulled my ribs there out of the oven. They've been going about 3 hours and 45 minutes, and I reckon they're pretty well done. They were sort of nearly done about 3.5 hours. I'll just put them in for a little bit longer, so I'll just check them with this, double check them with the skewer in between those bones, and yeah, that's as soft as anything, which is awesome. All right, now next stage. I don't know if you'll see it on this wide angle, but you can, I'll focus in a minute, but there's the ribs are starting to stick through on the ends. Yeah, so if you can sort of see here, you can see these bones sticking through. Now what I want to do now, because the meat's so soft, is just carefully, with clean hands of course, it's just see if those bones will pull out like that. So that one's out. And we're just going to, like I say, carefully as anything, just do that all the way along. And you can see now why I wanted that little bit of membrane left there, which is actually on the underside, but it's just helping our meat stay intact there. Alright, I'll get on with that and I'll get back to you. Alrighty guys, so I've finished pulling all those bones out. Piece of easy. No worries at all with that. Now what I want to do now is I've got the oven cranked up to a higher heat, probably around 200 degrees Celsius, so I'm just waiting for that to get hot. Now just grab your favourite barbecue sauce. I'm using a commercial one, a good one. Actually, I'll show you what I'm using. This 3-3's family recipe barbecue rib sauce. It's a Australian one, but yeah, just use your favourite or make your own or whatever. What I am going to do to mine is I've just got a little bit of this liquid smoke, and I'm just going to add just a couple of drops to that, like so. That's entirely optional, so I'll just mix that in, that liquid smoke, into the barbecue sauce. And what I'm going to do, let's just paint that all over this before we put it back in the oven in a high heat, just for not long. The meat's cooked, so we just want to get a nice glazing effect on top. Maybe 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. I'll just keep an eye on it. And the other thing, you want to save some of your barbecue sauce without the liquid smoke in it, because we're going to need a bit of that on our sandwich as well. Alrighty guys, so I've pulled my ribs there out of the oven. They're actually done, so I'm just going to let them sit here and cool for a little bit. Just on the timing there, I think I said it was going to be about 10 to 15 minutes. It was more like about 20 minutes. So I had it on 200 degrees Celsius, and after about 10 minutes I thought that's not really doing the job, so I cranked it up to 250 degrees for that last 10 minutes. And now we've got a nice, yeah, sort of sticky glaze. See how it's not coming off? Oh, it's coming off a bit, but it's, oh yum. It's actually sticky now, so I'm just going to let that rest and cool down a bit, and then I'm going to take my knife and I'm actually just going to cut it up into sections that basically are the right size to make my sandwich or my rolls. So yeah, something like that, or that, that. Alrighty, like I say, I'll let it cool down a little bit, I'll cut it up, and then I'll assemble my sandwich. Alrighty guys, so I've finished my assembling my home version of a rib burger, as you just saw. So that's this one. Now I did go out and get a official McRib, just so you can see the difference. Yeah, and there is a significant difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to taste them side by side. So I'm going to taste mine first. Alright, that is just so good. As you can imagine, that's slow cooked, yummy, proper pork ribs. Alright, let's taste this one. I've actually never tasted one, so I'll be honest. If it tastes alright, I'll let you know. Alright, I said I'd be honest, and the reason I'm taking a little while to talk is that has absolutely no taste whatsoever, compared to this one, which is just full of flavour. It's so good. Anyway, I guess you sort of expected that. You know, this one took hours to cook. This one took me 2 minutes to go down to fast food chain and buy. So, and that's not real meat. Well, it's probably real meat, but I don't know what it is. It's got no flavour. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching this one. Thanks to those who've subscribed to the channel. You guys are awesome. I always say that, but I really do mean it. If you haven't subscribed yet, can I just ask that you hit that subscribe button? That'd be awesome as well. And yeah, if you don't want to, no worries. And I will see you all next time.